Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the simple kind of way to play Bad Moon Rising. Now, of course, again, like any other song, there's a million embellishments that you could add, but let's just look at the matter-of-fact elements of Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. So what we're doing here is we're going to be playing D, and A, and G, and D. Okay? So we're going... Now we're just going to use these open chords for now. I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can approach this, but let's just say we were using those. And you'll notice how there's these downbeats, these accented, where I'm hitting kind of just bass notes and then strumming the whole thing, and then G. And I wouldn't even say strumming the whole thing, I'm separating bass from treble. Now, there's not an exact science to the strum. You're just looking for something that feels relatively comfortable, okay? If you think about bum, bum, ba-da, right? If you add a little something in between there, that's okay, but that's the basic idea. Okay, and then I just kind of keep strumming until I start all over. I kind of build that up. Now, when you get to the chorus, you're going to go G, D, A, G, D. Okay? Now, a simple embellishment that's kind of important to use at this point is when you're playing D, A, G, D for the verse, he adds this, that thing. So you can hear right there I'm adding my pinky. Now if you want to play this differently, you certainly could. But I'm just playing a full D chord and then adding my pinky onto the 3rd string, 4th fret. Okay. Now for years when I was a kid, I used to do that. But it really isn't that. And I'm not saying it doesn't occur in the song here and there, but really what you hear a lot is the... Sorry. That sound right there. Now, if you have a hard time making this really groove, another thing that you can do is play them as bar chords. Because then you can really tighten things up because you can let up and the chord will stop and you've got that space. Right? Now, I can't add that because that's not the right note, but... And I've seen, again, a number of different videos trying to show this, and we'll talk about John Fogerty's part in a second here, but, you know, if you really want to add that right there, you could go, okay, well, it's kind of like a blues thing, and you could add it up there, so you could go... But what might even work better is play the first half as bar chords, and then just drop down to that D for that last section, if you like the sound of that, okay? When you watch videos, there's multiple ways that they do these sorts of things. It seems like the second guitar player is playing D, A, G down here, and that's basically it. When you watch John Fogerty play, he's playing bar chords for the most part, but here's the thing. John Fogerty is actually tuned down a whole step on his guitar. So he's actually playing E, D, A, and then he drops down to a low E. So he's tuned down a whole step, which is kind of, I mean, I shouldn't say unprecedented at the time, but you certainly didn't see a lot of people doing that. So one guitar player is tuned the way we are, and then John Fogerty would tune down a whole step. Well, I'm not tuning down a whole step for this. I'm playing it the way I've always played it and where most people play it. So I'm playing it in D. But just so you know, if you watch a video of John Fogerty, and you see him playing it that way, you can go, well, what the heck? That's why, because he's actually tuned down a whole step. So anyway, we're playing D. Okay, and then we talked about the chorus. Now there's this lick in there that we can do as well. Let me grab that here. That thing right there, when you come off. There's that. There's that little thing right there, so let me just show you that. So it'd be going, when you head back to the D, that thing. So we're going 3, 4, and then 3, 4 on the 4th string. There's a hammer on, and then back to 3, 4 again. But the rhythm's different, so it's like 1, ba, 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 da, da, ba, da, sorry, da, 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 and then I'm gonna drop down to 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then I go, I have that pull off 3 to 0 on the 4th string. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You see? So it's, if you add that, obviously it takes away from the strum that's happening underneath there, and it really, ideally, 2 guitar parts would really sound great. One just strumming through that D, and one adding in that kind of little lick there. Okay? And that's basically the entire tune. Now I do want to talk to you, let me find it here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to talk to you about the solo, which there's nothing really crazy happening here, okay? We're still just playing the same thing. But you hear these kind of, you got to go out to that thing. And then now let me summarize all of that and make that a little bit easier. So what I would do for the solo is play D up here, and then you're going to play A, G, D. Okay, because you want those really high sounds. That's what you're hearing. And I'm calling it a solo even though it really isn't, but that's what you're hearing here. So we have, okay, so you can hear those, right? You hear all those big sounds where when you're playing here, it doesn't really sound like that. So for the solo, if you want to do this, I would play full-on, full-size bar chords. Okay, and then it moves to a G, and what we're going to do is instead of playing this whole G, we're just going to play the bottom half of it. So I'm playing 3, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to add in, sorry, I'm going to add in the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Like that. Then I'm going to drop down to D. And I'm adding in that little thing again like we talked about before. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move up to A. So it's that same G idea here. I'm playing 5, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to go. And this time I'm adding in the 7th fret of the 1st string. And then I just move it down. And then just add that again, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. Again, you don't have to make this really complex. For the solo, you wouldn't have to do anything, okay? But if you want to, start the first part off as full bar chords so you get those really high sounds. Then you move to that 4-fretted, or that 4-string G. Back into the tune, and that is the whole song. Thank you for watching this video. If you're enjoying this video and you'd like to support the channel so we can continue to bring you more free content, Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications and let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you'd like more in-depth training and courses, go to guitarzoom.com and get started for free today.